Hey guys, it's your girl Janisha London and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, make sure to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell so that way you can know about new content. So we're going to get right into it. This episode of Transparent Thoughts, we're going to be talking about anxious attachment. Now, if you do not know what anxious attachment is basically when you are attached to someone and you always feel worried. You're always wondering, do you really like me? Why hasn't he texted me back yet? Is he talking to different girls or is she talking to different guys? Anxious attachment style looks like that. Now, a person who has secure attachment, now that person, if you don't text them back, right? They're not thinking about it. They're not worried about it. They're okay because they're secure within themselves. There are several different attachment styles. So we're going to be talking about anxious attachment style because anxious attachment is what your girl got. But, well, I wouldn't even say God had. I would say we're not going to fully know if my anxious attachment has fully transferred over to secure until I start dating again. But as of right now, your girl feels pretty secure. The few people that be trying to knock on your door, you know your girl been standing on big business. But I'm not dating. I'm not talking to anyone seriously. So we don't really know until we get into that actual point. But anxious attachment. How did I know I had anxious attachment? I knew I had anxious attachment because I would always be overthinking. And one of the things I would overthink about is just, it could be like minor things. So if we would be texting, I would think about like, okay, why didn't you text me back? And if I really, really like you, I may put you on Do Not Disturb. So that way I'm not looking at my phone every minute like, oh my God, did he text me? Oh my God, did he text me? Oh my God, did he text me? Like, no. That was one thing I would do. Or like I would be wondering about other people, like people from your past, if you're going to get back with them, or girls that I would think that you were talking to. So my last person I was dating, I realized that I had anxious attachment. And that's when I looked into it to see like, okay, why am I feeling the way I'm feeling? Like, what is this? Like, why am I being weird? And I came across a YouTuber's page. Her name is, well, channel. And her name is Margarita. And I love Margarita's videos so much. I'm actually going to attach her link to it so you guys can watch her videos. But I remember watching her video and realizing like I have anxious attachment and I didn't want to push this person away. So I was like, okay, I need to pull back a little bit and be chill. But I never really did that. And it wasn't until the person was no longer in my life that I realized, girl, if you don't get it together, you ain't never gonna have a man. So I started going to therapy again. The first time I went to therapy, I was in college. I was going right before my dad died. Then I went to grieving therapy, and then I finished that and I never went back. And as an adult, I was trying so hard to get back in it. But after this last time getting my feelings hurt, y'all, I had to, because your girl was in the gym crying. I was lifting weights and I was crying. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta get myself back together because this ain't it. So that's when I realized I had anxious attachment, and I started going to therapy because I didn't want to feel that way when I was dating. I didn't want to push anyone away, but I also didn't want to wonder about what they were doing. I wanted to be secure within myself. So watching Margarita's videos, going to therapy, I realized that anxious attachment starts somewhere. For Margarita, it started with her as a child. For me, I think my anxious attachment as well started from just being so overly independent and used to people letting me down that I'm always expecting the worst. I'm always thinking that I don't deserve better. And that disappointment started at a young age. And I think for the longest, because I was always let down and I always had high expectations of things, I just always would wonder, well, if the person I'm dating, will they do this, will they do that? And it's like, I learned that I have to start living in the moment. Like, I have to start living in the moment, and I can't keep wondering, is this person going to play me? Is this person going to play me? Because no matter how much I wonder, no matter how many times I try to prevent it, if you are going to play me, guess what? You are going to play me. That's just what it is. Like, it's nothing behind it. Like, you're going to play me. So, I realized that it started from a young age as a child, and I just never got helped. I never tried to change it. I just always thought that I was just in my head overthinking things, and the people I dated was trash anyway, basuta. So I just let it be that. But it wasn't until I pushed the person away that I really liked, and they weren't a bad person. It just made me see that I don't want to push my person away. Like, I believe we all have our soulmate. I believe we all have that person that's out there for us, and you either found them and you messed it up, or you haven't found them yet. But I don't want to push my person away, and I don't want to feel insecure when I'm dating. So it's like, what do I need to do to change from anxious attachment to secure? And I realized that I need to set boundaries. I've always set boundaries, but I need to stand on big business when it comes to my boundaries. So if you have anxious attachment, you need to set boundaries, and you need to stand on your boundaries. You also need to be mindful when you are dating how you interact with your person. So one of the things that I used to do in college, and my phone is still on Do Not Disturb now. So like, my phone is on Do Not Disturb after 10 o'clock and then up until 5 a.m. So my rule used to be, if you were a new person that I was talking to, getting to know, after 10 o'clock, I'm not texting you. That was just my rule, because 10 o'clock is booty call hours, and I'm not a booty call. I also didn't believe in going like on a date immediately. Like, I need to get to know you to see if you're even worth my time dating. Now, you don't have to have all these rules in place, but you need to have some type of boundaries that you set that will not be broken no matter who you are dating. Those were things that I did when I was younger. Now that I'm older and I know that I have anxious attachment, one of my things is, I'm not thinking about who you're talking to. I'm not asking you who you're talking to. I'm not asking you what we're doing. Because at the end of the day, I want a man to lead. I want an alpha man. So I don't need to ask you what we're doing. You're going to tell me what we're doing, and I'm going to make it clear what I want. I'm no longer telling men, hey, I want to be in a relationship with you. This is what I want. Hey, I see myself living in this place in this year and being married at this age. Once I say that, you're either going to be with it or you're not. If you're moving in a different direction than I move in, then it's fine, babe. I'm letting it go. I'm not pressing you, nothing. Like, we're just friends. And that's another thing, is we're just friends. Until a man asks you to be his girlfriend, that is your friend. That is the game. That is the homie. That is the bro. Okay? So, y'all, see, I'm getting too passionate. I'm not gonna, one thing Margarita say is, don't overextend yourself. Don't do anything for a man that when the relationship is over, you feel stupid and wish you never did it. So, not saying, like, I gotta really like you for you to not get the bare minimum. And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm never gonna do anything, but I'm not doing anything that's gonna be an inconvenience for me. And then when we break up or we're not talking anymore, I'm like, I said break up. I need to realize talking stage, we're not in a relationship. Then we're not talking anymore. I'm like, I did all this stuff and now he doesn't want me. Oh my gosh. No. I'm not doing anything that's gonna inconvenience me. Nothing at all. And I'm also not lurking or looking for things. I know that if it doesn't work out, at the end of the day, that it's not my loss. And it may not be a loss for him either. It just could be that we're not meant to be. But I'm not going to overthink anything. If he doesn't text me back, he doesn't text me back. And one thing that Margarita said that women, we should start doing, instead of complaining that a man didn't do something, talk about the things we like, so that way he knows to do it. So for example, if he didn't text me back and we're talking, just say, I love when you text me back. I love when you FaceTime me. It makes me feel like you really like me. Then he's like, oh yeah, like, she like when I do that? Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. So it's kind of like a reverse psychology thing. That's one thing that I learned. So like, recently I've been applying the things that I've learned from Margarita and I learned from therapy. And I mean, I'm not dating seriously, so we still don't know. I hate a guy that will be like, oh, basically telling you what you want to hear. So I say I want a relationship, now you want a relationship, but you really don't. And now I feel like I'm not pressing it. Like, I don't care who texts me. I don't care who calls me. I don't care if you contact me at all. Because one, we're not on that level. It's not anything serious. And it's like, I'm still healing. I'm still healing and I'm still processing everything from my last thing. So it's like, I'm not trying to rush into anything. Like, I would love to be in a serious relationship, but I want to be in a relationship in the right time. So for me right now, I'm just honestly focused on my self growth. Like, that's where I'm at. So let's change the anxious attachment to secure. And it's okay if you have anxious attachment. Don't stop dating, because I thought that I needed to stop dating, and that's not the case at all. Only way you're going to become secure like, the only way you're going to become secure is by dating. You have to know what's working, what's not working. And I think for me personally, if I didn't get my feelings hurt this last go around, I would have continued to do what I was doing. So I'm thankful for that, because now it's like I'm in a space where I'm so focused in me and so secure with myself that the next guy that comes around, I ain't pushing him away. I ain't acting crazy. I ain't looking for nothing. I'm chilling. But I definitely can learn from it. Life is about learning from it. And I don't want to be insecure when I'm dating. I want to feel secure. I want to feel confident. Because when you don't feel secure and confident in yourself, that feeds off to your partner and they can tell. And if you don't take yourself seriously, why would somebody else? So I hope that this information that I gave you was helpful. And if you have anxious attachment, it's okay, because we are going to transform that baby to secure. Now, if you like this video, if you want to see more transparent thoughts, make sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notifications and give this video a thumbs up. It's your girl Janisha London, and thank you for watching. I'll catch y'all next time.